So welcome to today's episode. Today I want to talk to you about the importance of having the right role model in your career and why the right role model is worth far more than what you will ever learn in any university or college degree or book. Let's get into it. So I want to tell you a short story. One of the best role models I ever had was in the hotel industry. And I met this guy in Hong Kong, and I've talked about him on previous episodes, but sometime around 2015, I go to this event, thousands of people there, managers, CEOs, owners of hotels, the who's who of the hospitality industry. And I'm there basically clueless to this industry. I was just getting into the hotel industry myself. And someone introduces me to this guy during one of the breaks, and it turns out that he actually built a lot of the hotels. He oversaw the development of these hotels in Fiji. So this guy was kind of a big deal in the hotel industry. Now, at that exact moment in time, he was no longer in Fiji. He was actually working directly for a Chinese billionaire in Macau, and he was overseeing a multi-billion-dollar development. They were building a brand new casino and a hotel. And if you've ever been to Macau, they do far more business in Macau for the casinos than Las Vegas does. Far more. So they were building this really big development, and this was the guy overseeing the development. I get his business card and I follow up for weeks asking, can you mentor me? Can you consult with me? And that's not what he did. I mean, it just wasn't his core business. But after long enough, he finally says to me, okay, you're pretty persistent. Yes, I can. This is how we can do it. So we start off with just doing these weekly calls where I'd get about an hour of his time. And then one time he actually invites me to come out to Hong Kong and to Macau. And of course I say yes. So I get on a plane, I meet him in Hong Kong, we get on a ferry, we go across to Macau, and he tells me one day, he says, bring a suit. Okay, bring a suit. And so I show up and he takes me into a meeting. This is a meeting for this hotel casino that they're doing. And I'm sitting at this boardroom table. And there's about 10 other people there. And they're talking about what's going into this big development. And they're looking at this map on the table of, we're going to put this part of the casino there, and we're going to have this part of the hotel over there. And then they're talking about these big glass domes that they're going to model from Singapore. Singapore's got these enormous glass domes where they have these enormous gardens inside. And they're going to cost somewhere around $50 million each. And they're just talking about them very casually, like, okay, we can maybe put one here, or we can move it over there. And so I'm sitting there listening to all of this at this boardroom table. And I've been introduced as just some consultant, and he tells me you just sit and watch and observe and learn. You don't need to say anything, just watch. And that's what I did. And so I'm sitting in that meeting for a couple of hours, just taking it all in. And it was just so incredibly valuable for me to hear how people at this level of the hotel development industry, how they operated, how he made decisions. It was just an incredible experience. So over the years, I learned a lot from this man. And I remember another time we were in Fiji, and this was when I was getting involved in a hotel there in Fiji. And the way that this guy would come into these meetings and just organize everything, he would run these projects, directing everyone, getting everyone to be aligned, and he would tell them what to do, but in a way where everyone really respected this man. And it was just an incredible experience. So what's my point? My point is, I would learn far more from just observing this person up close and personal and how they went about their business than I ever did in years of studying business in university, reading many books, watching many courses. But being able to observe this role model in person, it was incredibly valuable for me. So for you in your career, there's likely someone, it could be a manager, it could be an owner, it could be someone in your industry who you admire, who you respect. And my advice to you is, if you want to learn how to take your own career to the next level, find these people and do whatever you can to work with them, to be able to get up and close and personal with them and just see how do they go about their role, how do they get things done. It's far more valuable than anything you will ever read in a book or any degree. So find the right role models in your career and study them closely. Hope that helps you in some way, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode.